Exciting times, Hinch. Exciting times. Opening day of this big new era for us. Oh, you must be itching to get started, mate. Oh, I can imagine. It's a long time since you've been involved in a game, isn't it? But, well, listen. To commemorate the start of this exciting new era with the two of us, I've gone and bought you a little something. Oh, it's nothing, mate. It's nothing. But if you want to follow me, it's just out back. So I heard you're quite the percussionist, mate. So I bought you a brand new bin set. Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain, and welcome back to the Detroit Tigers. It is episode 2 as we try and win the World Series with this storied franchise. They've been around for a while, haven't they, at this point? And, well, we have got our opening day today against the Chicago White Sox. That is very exciting. But also exciting is we have made a few moves, a couple of moves actually, because it's 2, in the, it's not the transfer market in baseball that I've gone blank, in the... We've made some trades anyway. So I think the best thing to do to sort of get a look at where we're standing here, you can see the injury list is looking a lot better now. Just the 2 long-term injuries in the catcher and Turnbull, and Green is about 3 months away as well, who is not here yet because he's still in I think AAA is where he's injured. But anyway, let's have a look at the 2 deals that we've made. Now, the first one is Baez, who has left. Now, I do need to say a very big thank you. So many comments. Unbelievable. Really, really grateful for that. And a lot of the feedback that I was getting was Baez maybe not worth it. Good defensive shortstop, but does strike out quite a bit. And I think we saw that. We had him at, well, it can't be the Yankees, but we had him somewhere. It might have been the Rockies we had him. But anyway, and that's what he was like, wasn't he? He hit some home runs, but he did strike out a lot. So we did manage to trade him away. And in return, well, we got rid of $20 million off the salary, which is good. But in return, we got a young shortstop in Louis Garcia. Now, I say it's a young infielder. Now, he's on the league minimum, which obviously saves us a lot of cash. And you can see there, he's not dissimilar to Baez with the bat. He's just a little bit better in terms of not striking out, and a little bit better discipline at the plate as well. He's not as good defensively. That's the drawback. But now you can see here, 3-star our scouts rate him as a second baseman. If we go and have a look, as a shortstop, we go and have a look at him as a second baseman. If we set position to second base, you can see rated potentially a lot higher. So my sort of long-term plan for him is that I think he will be our second baseman moving forward. Just for now, we need him at shortstop. So that's where he's going to play. But there's a longer-term plan for him at second base. And I'm hopeful that, well, not only have we saved a lot of cash, but we might have actually strengthened at second base down the line more so than at shortstop. And there was a part 2 to this trade as well, and that was a pitcher. Someone told me a few versions of the game ago, I think when I was first learning, always try and throw in a relief pitcher just in the deal because you'll usually get them. So in this case, it was Steven Fuentes. We have, we sent him down to Toledo, to AAA, and he might work out. I do like my relief pitchers to kind of be able to start a game, because as I've said last episode, I don't respect bullpen pitchers, so I'd like to think that they're starters, and if they're not quite good enough to be a starter, then they can go in our bullpen. So that's kind of what my plan is for this guy, but we'll give him a chance to see in AAA, see how he does, and we may or may not see him in the majors. We'll just kind of see how that goes. Now, the other trade that we did was to trade Robbie Grossman. Now, he's a little bit older. He's a free agent end of this season anyway. So I figured, as I said last episode, we're not going to win the World Series this season. And if he's a free agent, $5 million, I figured let's see what we can get for him. I wasn't desperate to trade him, but I just kind of thought, we'll see what we can get. And, what we got was Tommy Edman. Now, this guy is, he's playing right field for us this season. Again, that's not the long-term plan for him. You can see he is a little bit of a jack of all trades. My long-term plan for him is, well, we know we have a decent second baseman, but I'm thinking third base, rated 60. And if we go and have a look at him as, if we'll say a third baseman, because that's maybe where we'll play him, a 3-star. His natural position, or where we got him from, was a second baseman. You can see he's even better. Again, we have time. He's 26. He's on, again, the league minimum, though he is up for arbitration at the end of this season, so that could change. But for this season, we're going to stick him out there in right field. A good solid batter, good base runner as well. And, just kind of see how he goes. And that's Edman that we got in for Grossman. And again, there's a part 2. And again, it's for a relief pitcher. Again, well, someone who he was a relief pitcher when we traded for him. He's, as ever, I think, can be a starter. He might come off. You never know. He's 22, so he's at the age where he probably needs to start coming through the system a little bit. But yeah, I think he could be a nice little addition to the trade as well. So again, we'll see how he develops as he comes through. But wasn't the main part of the trade, and he could be, as I said, be a nice little addition to it as well. Now, that is that. Let's go and have a look at preseason predictions. I can do that from up here, can't I? And here, and see what the game thinks we're going to do this season. And, well, second bottom, basically, of the division. We should be beating the White Sox by a game, according to this. And that's, of course, who we're playing today. So Cleveland and the Twins are looking to be the better sides of the division. It looks as though ourselves, the Royals and the White Sox, will be fighting over the scraps of third. But yeah, so that's what we're predicted to do. In terms of the top 10s, you can see here, Austin Meadows is predicted to be a top 10 bat. So that would be great if we can do that. And there's not too much to say about our pitching staff, but I'm not expecting too much from our pitching staff. And if you're interested in how the National League is being predicted, well, you can see that all there. If you want to have a little bit of a longer look, of course, just give it a quick pause and you can do just that. So that is more or less everything. One thing we should probably do is catch up on how the finances look, and you can see we've got 12 million now in the bank, for not in the bank, but for free agents, I should say. So that gives us a little bit of wiggle room come the end of the season. Now, a lot of you were saying that Cabrera, when you've played, has got his 3,000th hit. I think it's 3,000 he's going for, isn't it? 4,000. Anyway, 3,000 it must be. And he retires at the end of the season. That would obviously be massive if that could be the case. But as things stand for now, we've got a little bit that we can spend there, which will be nice. So a lot of that's just getting Baez. We were 15 million over our budget. So when we got rid of the 20 million of Baez, we only had, well, whatever was left, 5 million or so. So we were actually overspending the budget by 15 million. Can you believe that? So that's looking as though it's going to be a big thing for us to move forward. We have a little bit of room. We have the 20th biggest payroll now in football, in soccer. Typically, the money you spend on salary is roughly where you come in the league. So that being the case, we should be expecting to be the 20th best team in baseball, and that's roughly, I think, in line with what the owner wanted, wasn't it? Basically, just don't suck is what he wants from us. So that is more or less everything that has happened caught up on. So let's go and have a look at these opening day lineups for our first game in charge against the Chicago White Sox.
Okay, Detroit, get on your feet and welcome your opening day Tigers to the field. Leading off in right field, give a big Detroit welcome to Tommy Edman. Batting second is center fielder Akil Baddoo. Batting third in left field, it's Austin Meadows. Cleaning up and making his first Major League appearance at first base is Spencer Torkelson. Batting five is the shortstop, Luis Garcia. Batting sixth and playing third, it's the Candyman, Jaime Candelaro. Batting seven at second, it's Harold Castro. Batting eight, it's the DH, Miggy Cabrera. Batting nine, it's the catcher, Tucker Barnhart. And your starting pitcher is Eduardo Rodriguez.
All right, so here we go. We can see the matchups don't necessarily look in our favor, though. I mean, they have a couple of high points, don't they? And then it's kind of very similar from there. We're up against Luis Golatillo. I'm not quite sure how you say that name. So that might hurt us a little bit. But it's Edman in right field leading off. Bidet, that guy bats second in center field. Meadows is batting third in left field. Torkelson cleans up at first base. Garcia, the new shortstop, is batting five. The Candyman bats six at third base. It is Harold Castro batting seventh, at second base. Cabrera, the designated hitter for this one, at 8. Tucker Barnhart batting 9, the catcher, and Rodriguez is our starting pitcher. He is our star of the lineup, of the rotation. First game for us after coming in from Boston. So let's see how he goes. Now, I'll show you when we get in there the setup I have for the cameras and that, because there have been a few questions. All right, so here we go. Now, there might be one or two things that I need to fix as we go here in terms of how the cameras and everything are set up. So what I do is I go to the behind the plate camera. I should show. I said I was going to show you, didn't I? So if we go here to viewers, we get a nice out there to start things off. But initial camera view is the wide camera. Pitch camera is the home plate, and then we go back to that one. Now, dynamic camera action, I'm not sure if I want that or not. I know I'd like ball tracking off as AJ Pollock comes into bat. A 1-2 pitch and a strikeout for Rodriguez. He's first, of course, as a Detroit Tiger. Brings Grandel to the plate. Let's see what we can do with him. Another 1-2 pitch, and that'll do it for the top of the first as the White Sox are sat down in order. Excellent start. So it brings up Edmund. He's first at bat as a Tiger. Let's see what he can do. A 2-2 pitch, and, well, he was nowhere near that, was he? And that's one away. It brings up Badu, the center fielder. It's a 2-2 pitch for him. And he strikes out as well. And it's going to be Austin Meadows, our great hope. A 1-0, 2 out, no one on. Come on, Austin. And he has got a piece of it, but it is to that dynamic camera thing is a bit just jittery, isn't it? So we might take that off as well. But there we go. 0-0 after the first dynamic camera. Let's get rid of that, please. Eloy Jimenez, New York Mets. I think we had him. He was a bit of a legend there, wasn't he? That's been popped up, and that will be caught in their right field by Edmund, who said he's a second baseman, and that's one away. Jose Abreu now comes up. An 0-1 pitch on him. And that is up the middle, and that will be... Oh, what a play from the young shortstop, Garcia. Javier Baez, who... That's a stunning bit of fielding or defense, isn't it, in baseball. An 0-2 pitch now on Garcia. That'll do it for the top of the second. And the White Sox are still hitless as Torkelson's first at bat in Major League Baseball. It's a 2-2 pitch. Torkelson strikes out, and that will be one away. It brings up Garcia. We just saw what he can do with the glove. What can he do with the bat? It's an 0-1. And Garcia has got the first hit, has he? Yes! Luis Garcia with a first hit of the season, a first hit of the game. And we have a base runner as the Candyman comes up to bat. It's a 1-2 pitch. And he has ripped that into right field even. And that is going to be runners at first and third with one away. And this is now a big chance for us to open the scoring here as Harold Castro comes into bat. Now, the idea of having him down here was to try and get... Oh, and he's whipped it into left field, and that is it foul? Was it foul? No, it wasn't. We scored a run. Excellent stuff. Excellent stuff. The idea of having Castro in there is, to try and get a base runner ahead of Cabrera to try and knock them in. I don't know if it's going to work, but... Here comes Miggy Cabrera. He has popped that up, and that will be 2 away. Runners will likely stay where they are, and they do. And it's going to be Tucker Barnhart, who is, well, not the best with the bat, is he? And, well, I take it back. He has ripped it into right field. That's going to score one more. And that, well, I think it's going to score one more. It does. And that is 2-0 now. 2 on, 2 out. We're still going here. And Tommy Edmund now with a second chance. He is 0 for 1 today, of course. It's an 0-1 pitch. Edmund up the middle, and center field can't make the catch. And that's only going to load the bases, though. And it's going to be Badeau, who is 0 for 1. 3-1 pitch. Badeau draws the walk to draw in the run. It's 3-0. Still loaded bases. Still 2 out, and Austin Meadows now comes in. A first pitch swing. Austin Meadows, he's going to keep this party going. 1 comes across the plate. 2 comes across the plate. Is he going to clean the bases with a triple? Austin Meadows, you little legend. It is 6-0 now. Meadows with a base-clearing triple. And, well, suddenly this game is looking very, very good. Reynaldo Lopez comes in to pitch for them. Torkelson with the runner at third. Can he drive in a first career RBI? No, he cannot. And that will end a very, very productive bottom of the second. 6-0 we lead the White Sox. And it's Andrew Vaughn now to face Rodriguez, their designated hitter. And Rodriguez, just because we're giving scoring runs, you don't need to give them back, mate. That's fine. It's Sanchez to the plate for them. It's a 1-2. That could be a double play. Instead, it's an infield hit. And suddenly, there's 2 on, no one out. And it's Tova coming up to bat for them. An 0-1. Tova, that could be a double. There's 1. There's 2. Runner does go to third, but suddenly, I'm a little bit more comfortable with how this innings is looking. So back to the top of the order for Louis Robert, who is 0 for 1. He grounded out first time around. This time he strikes out, and that'll do it for the top of the third. A few nervous moments there, but in the end, nothing to worry about. Louis Garcia now to the plate. He is 1 for 1 today, of course, and he will ground that out there to first, and that will be the first out of the innings. The Candyman. I've had to nickname him the Candyman because I don't know how to say his first or last name, so we're just going to go with the Candyman. Harold Castro, who is 1 for 1 with an RBI today. He's got a runner at first, and Castro may have just ended the innings. He has. Well, you can't win them all, can you? So we go to the fourth. Rodriguez will face Pollock, who is 0 for 1 today. It's a 2-0. It's a ground ball. Torkelson will go to first, 1 away. All right, Grandel now, who's 0 for 1. He has a 2-0 pitch, and straight up the middle, but luckily the shift was in play, and Castro gets it over to first, and that is 2 away. Eloy Jimenez now, who's 0 for 1. It's a 1-2. Can we finish the innings in style? No, we can't. And it's going to be a 2-out single for Eloy Jimenez. And it brings Abreu to the plate, who is also 0 for 1. A 1-2, and that will do it. Top of the fourth is done. It's still 6-0 to the Tigers. And Miggy Cabrera now comes up. 13 hits he is away, of course, from that milestone. And that's not going to be one of them. That is now 1 away. For Tucker Barnhart, who got a big hit for us last time around. A 2-2 pitch. Barnhart, is that going to drop in? It is. Tucker Barnhart goes 2 for 2. Well, 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 it brings Edmund back up now. He is 1 for 2 today. It's an 0-1 pitch. And Edmund, at the end of the innings, no, it's just the 1. And it brings Badeau in now, who is 0 for 1. He does have an RBI, of course. He drew the walk, I think, didn't he, last innings? And that has gone straight up in the air. And it will end the bottom of the fourth. And we'll go to the top of the fifth, because that's what comes next. All right, Moncada comes in now. Is that a... No, it's not a sub. He faces Rodriguez. That's a ground ball. Garcia's there. Can he make that play? Oh, he can. He's looking good, isn't he? Absolutely no regrets about trading Baez if this is what's going to happen. A 1-2 pitch now for Vaughn. Vaughn has hit it deep. We've got Edmund going back. He's going back. He's going back, and he makes the catch at the fence. 2 away for Sanchez now. He is 1 for 1 today. It's a 1-2 pitch. Can Rodriguez end the innings? Oh, tied him in a knot. A 6th strikeout of the match, or the start. And Lopez now will face Austin Meadows, who, of course, cleared the bases for us with a triple last time up. This time he pops it up. Or has he popped it up? It is deep, but not quite deep enough. And Torkelson now comes in, 0 for 2. Still looking for that first career Major League Baseball hit. And that's not going to be it either. It brings Garcia up. He is 1 for 2. It's a 2-2 pitch. 2 out, no one on. Garcia grounds it to first, and that will do it for the fifth. Well, you take our second innings out of this, and it's not been one for those that like batting, has it? But that's okay. We did have the second innings, and if they're going to struggle, that's absolutely fine. Another strikeout for Rodriguez brings Louis Robert back up. He's 0 for 2. A 1-2 pitch. Rodriguez, how many strikeouts is that now for Rodriguez? That is 8 strikeouts. Pollock now comes in. He is 0 for 2. Can we end this innings right here, right now? A 2-1 pitch? No. As my voice decides to give up momentarily. Still recovering from that flu COVID thing I had. I've never tested positive for COVID. But, God, it felt like COVID. A full count, 2 out, runner at first. And is that straight down? No, it's not even playable. And, oh, no, it's an error. And is that going to be a run back? It's not. But Austin Meadows blotting his copybook there. And it brings Jimenez to the plate. He's 1 for 2. And with 2 out, runners at second and third. Just a slight moment of nervousness. But that ends as we get yet another strikeout. 9 now for Rodriguez through 6 innings. That is impressive. And the Candyman comes up to lead us off. He is 1 for 1 today with a walk. Is this going to be a second walk? No, it's not. Oh, he's been robbed. Absolutely robbed. And that is 1 away. Castro now, who's 1 for 2, comes in. A 1-2 pitch. Castro grounds it to third, but that won't be good enough. It'll be 2 away. And it'll bring Cabrera to the plate, who is 0 for 2. It's a 3-1. And Miggy will hobble up the first baseline and stand at first for Barnhart, who is 2 for 2. There's a loose pitch. Cabrera, it's a shame it doesn't count as a stolen base, because it's probably the closest he's going to get this season. And let's see if Barnhart can drive in the run. No, that's gone straight up in the air, and that will end the innings and send us into the 7th. And Rodriguez will continue. He's still got quite a bit of... He's only thrown 85 pitches. Abreu will come in. He is 0 for 2 today. It's a 3-1 pitch. And it's a leadoff walk, which isn't ideal. And Moncada now comes in. He is 0 for 2. It's another 2-0 pitch. That's been popped up, though. Austin Meadows out there. Makes the play. Runner stays at first. That's 1 away. And a double play now will get us some stretching time. Vaughn. It's a 3-1. He walks. 2 on, 1 out. And have I jinxed Rodriguez by pointing out his stamina? Maybe the time is here, Mr. Hinch, to move him on. There we go. That could be a double. No. Is it going to be? It's a nothing. It loads the bases with 1 away. And that will indeed do it now for Rodriguez, as Ronnie Garcia will come into pitch. Our dreaded bullpen. This is Ronnie Garcia. I think he's probably more of a starter than a bullpenner, but, well, this is him, so let's see what he can do. He's got a bit of a tricky situation inherited, and he starts by walking in one of the runs, keeps the bases loaded. And is this the beginning of the great collapse? Oh dear, it's back. Edmonds there, he's going to have the play. Can he stop the run from scoring as well? No. So it's 6-2 now. Runners at first and second with 2 out. Gavin Sheets has come in to pinch hit for them. And let's see if we can finish this. Oh, we can. So our lead is cut to 4. But we stretch in a relatively good position at 6-2. I would very much like us to be able to maybe just add a few runs on here. But they've got a pitching change themselves. Graveman comes into pitch. He's going to face Edman, who is 1 for 3. It's a full count. And Edmund. Oh, is that leaving us? Is it leaving us? Edmund! It's a home run for Tommy Edmund. 369 feet. It's 7-2. And it's the first home run of the season for the Detroit Tigers. Excellent stuff. Badeau comes on now. Let's see what he can do. Up against a right-handed pitcher now. Were we facing a left-hander before? I can't remember. But anyway, that's 1 away. It brings Austin Meadows in now. He is 1 for 3. A full count. Meadows grounds at the second. That'll be 2 away. And in will come Torkelson, still looking for that first career hit. Full count. 2 out. No one on. Torkelson, has he got it? He has. Spencer Torkelson off the mark in his career. Well done to him. And, well, we have a base runner now for Louis Garcia. It's an 0-1. It's another hit. Louis Garcia is looking like an absolute genius signing by myself, if I don't say so. And suddenly, we've got runners at the corners and the Candyman with a chance to extend our lead. Candyman has ripped it into right field. It's going to drop in. He has done it. It's a 8-2 lead. Our 6-run lead is back. Runners will stay at first and second. And with 2 away, it's going to be Castro who's 1 for 3 to step into the plate. He grounds at the third, and that will do it. But we've undone the damage. 8-2 as we go into the 8th. And Yasmani Grandel will face Garcia. Grandel 1 for 3 today. A 1-0 pitch. And that is that should be caught out there in centre field by whoever our centre fielder is. Badeau. All right, Eloy Jimenez. He's 1 for 3. It's an 0-2 pitch. Tell you what, Ronnie Garcia's looking okay, isn't he? There's a strikeout for 2 away. And Jose Abreu now, who's 0 for 2. Must be a walk in there for him. And that should do it for the 8th. There we go. Edmund makes the catch. And we'll go and have a bat for hopefully the last time. And it's going to be Miggy Cabrera looking for one of these 13 hits he needs. And that just might be it. Is it going to drop in? It is. Cabrera is 12 away from hopefully a retirement-inducing 3,000th hit. It brings Wes Benjamin onto the mound for them, a left-hander. He's going to face Tucker Barnhart, who is 2 for 3. It's a full count. And Barnhart goes down on strikes for 1 away. Edmund now, who is 2 for 4 with a home run, of course, last time up. It's a 1-1. Edmund rips it down that third base line. Cabrera might even get the third. If he tries to go any further, we're going to need to have paramedics waiting at home plate. But he stops at third. Edmund probably would have stopped at third as well, but he's at second. And with 1 away, we've got a big chance here with Badu to extend this lead, and he has grounded it to second. That will bring in Cabrera to score. We'll also have Edmund going over to third. It's 9-2, and Daz Cameron will come in to pinch hit. He is our sort of backup center fielder, and has he got himself a hit? He has. It's an RBI single for Cameron. Out of the dugout and onto the scorer's sheet. Doesn't really work for baseball, does it? But anyway, he stands at first. Willie Castro comes in now to pinch hit. And, oh, tell you what, Willie Castro has absolutely belted that onto the full. It hits the fence out there in right field. And suddenly we have runners at second and third. We've still got the 2 out. It'll be Louis Garcia with a chance to really extend this lead and put the game beyond all doubt. And he just might have done that. He gets it down that right field line as well. It's going to be a 2 RBI double for Garcia. And I've been misleading us. We are going to win the World Series this season. What a performance from the bats. All right, the Candyman now. He is 2 for 3 today. It's an 0-2 pitch. Runner at second, and the Candyman hits it to center field, over center field. That'll be run number 13, as it's an RBI triple for Candyman. And, well, this could not have gone any better for us, could it? Excellent stuff. They're going to be another change of pitcher. Salsa comes in now to face Harold Castro. He is 1 for 4 today. It's a 1-0. Can he get himself a second RBI? No, he cannot. And that'll do it. But 5 runs in the 8th puts this game beyond any doubt. It's 13-2. And is it going to be Garcia to come out? Yes, it is, to face Harrison, who is pinch hitting his first at bat of the season. It's an 0-2 pitch. And Garcia continuing to impress me out of the bullpen, which it does take a lot. I don't like them. We've got Vaughn, who I think is Ofa. Did I see there? It was a different Vaughn. That's 2 away. We are now 1 out away from absolutely crushing the White Sox on opening day. It's Sanchez, who was 2 for 3 today. It's a full count, 2 out, no one on. Is this the moment? It should be. Austin Meadows is camped underneath it, catches the ball, ends the game, and that is how you win a first game of the season. So early days, obviously, but quick look at the standings will show us as top. We'll show the leaderboards on either side as well. And yeah, this is usually the point where now our starting pitchers all get injured for the season, and things go very wrong if you're used to watching my channel and the other Park Baseball series. But yeah, that is as good as that could have gone. Really, really pleased with that. So that'll do it for today. If you have enjoyed that, make sure you hit thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. What we'll do is we'll come back early May. The Dodgers. What if we come back for a game in LA against the Dodgers? Or do we want to come back Hinch against the Bin Lids? No, let's not get too far ahead of ourselves early on till we sort of see exactly what sort of team we have. So I think we'll come back for that game in LA against the Dodgers, and hopefully between now and then we'll notch up a few more wins, and yeah, we'll come back and find ourselves very much in a playoff race that we weren't expected to be in. But yeah, let me know what you think of the trades that we did as well, and hopefully they'll continue to look like good pieces of business. Until next time, take care.